Hey, what's up, people? How are you? Hopefully, you are good. I'm wondering. Hello, this is Ali, and today we are going to talk about direct and reported speech. This class is for intermediate and above, if you would like that. And yeah, today we're going to talk about it. We're going to do exercises. We're going to discuss everything. And I will try to keep it as simple as possible for you. So, welcome. Hi. Welcome, Mr. Emin. Welcome, hi. Welcome, LPS. Hi. How is everyone? I hope you all are good and also keeping yourself healthy and quarantined during those times while the COVID-19 cases are flattening, and that's very good for us. That's amazing. Welcome, Mr. Mehmet. Welcome. How is everyone? How is your day so far? How was your morning? Welcome, Miss Layla. How is your morning? And are you planning to make your afternoon much better with me? Welcome, Mr. Mehmet. Miss you all too. Thank you so much. Welcome, Mr. Emra. Hello, Miss Esme. Nice to see you all today. Glad to see your pretty faces. Oh, Miss Esme is sleepy. Oh my god. Mr. Emin said, just lying on bed. Don't sleep, Mr. Emin. We have a lot to do today. Yes. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Well, we all are sleepy, you know? Sunday. That's what Sunday sounds like. Yes. How is everything? Today is a curfew in Turkey, yes? So you're all at your homes? Am I right? We can't leave houses anymore for 2 days, I believe, because June 1st, everything will be back to normal, hopefully. We don't want our corona cases peak. That would be bad because it's flattening and it's going down, and that's perfect. Yeah. So you didn't tell me, how was your morning? My morning was good. My breakfast was amazing. How was your breakfast? Did you have a breakfast? I'm wondering. That's how I start my lessons, asking about your breakfast and asking about what you ate. Last holiday. Oh my god. Last day of 4 months quarantine holiday at your homes. Oh my god. Like, we need to work so hard and we're not complaining about holidays. We had 4 months holiday. Am I right? 4 months holiday. Yep. Sorry, Mr. Mehmet. I don't know Turkish. I'm absolutely and utterly sorry. My breakfast was amazing. I ate sausages with egg and 2 different type of cheese, which I really love, and the important thing, a tea. Yeah, that would make the breakfast like perfect. Welcome. Hello, Miss Emma. Welcome, Miss Anna. How is everyone? Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Mahmoud. Today, my Zoom works very perfect, so don't worry about Zoom. I will Zoom it for you. No worries. Hopefully you are good today, because we are going to start. Welcome, Miss Emma. We're going to start with something a little fun. Maybe not discuss a lot, but we're going to talk about it and we're going to discuss it together. So, yeah, long time no see. Work, work. Welcome again and again and again. Fellas, so direct and reported speech. Let's get right into it. I would like to discuss first of all the direct speech and how it's used and so on. And after that, we are going to jump to reported speech. And we're gonna discuss all the grammars that comes with the reported speech and how we transform from one grammar to another when we are reporting. And I will try to make it as simple as possible. And remember, there is always exceptions in grammar, so keep that in your mind. Okay, Mr. Mohammed, anlaştık, tamam. Okay, so direct speech here, what we've got is basically used in dialogues and quoted speeches. Dialogues and quoted speeches. Now here, as you see, we have the position of quoted speech. This is the first part. Here we have the position. And here we have the instructions where we should put the punctuation and where we can write the apostrophe and so on. And here we have the examples. So what we're going to do is we're going to check the position. We're going to read here the instruction. Then we're going to check the examples so that we can understand what's going on with the sentence. So remember, direct speech here is used for dialogues and quoted speech. So the position of quoted speech, when you say quoted, which mean those two, if you can see, let me zoom. Those two, you can call them brackets, or you can say apostrophe, double apostrophe, I don't know. So those two are the quoted. So here what we have is the position of the quoted speech at the end of the sentence. At the end of the sentence. So all of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are going to be, the letter is very small for me. Can you make the letters more big, please? Okay, I'll do my best for you. Here we go. Let's check this one, and after I'll zoom it. This is at the end. This is the biggest that I can do for you, sir. So that's all we can see together. I hope you can check this one out. So, the quoted is in the end of the sentence. We take the instruction number 1. Instruction number 1 goes like this. Place, comma, after the subject and reporting verb. Said, commented, added, explained, yelled, etc. Now, what he's trying to say is, when you are having the subject here, this is the subject, the doctor, after you have the words that come after the subject, which can be said, which can be commented, which can be added, and it can be explained or yelled. Ha! Yelled. So, after the subject and the verb here, those reporting verbs, that's what we are calling them, reporting verbs. After that, we have here comma, comma, right here. As you can see it here. And after the comma, here comes the sentence, the quoted speech sentence. Take your medicine every day. The doctor said, take your medicine every day. Now we're not talking about the tense. Now we're just talking about how to organize our punctuation skills. That's what we are going to discuss now. After that, we're going to go to reported speech. So, you're welcome, Mr. Mohammed. So, what you want to do is always, after the subject and the reporting verb, and the verb can be different, commented, added, explained, and so on. After that, you need to put comma right here. Let me highlight it for you. Comma after said. After that, we open this one and we continue and write the sentence and the full stop in the end before we close it. The second one, also the quoted, the position of the quoted will be at the end of the sentence, but here he tried to show you something else. Insert the first set of quotation marks. insert the first set of quotation marks. So the professor said, here we have comma. Perfect. Now this is the quotation mark. Quotation mark is the two that's surrounding the sentence. This is important. So first one, we have the comma here, the comma. After comma, we open the quotation mark here, two, to surround our reporting sentence. The third one is begin the sentence or phrase inside the quotation markers with a capital letter. So this one is capital letter because the sentence starts with the candidate commented here. Commented is here we have reporting verb instead of said. The candidate commented, comma. Here we have quotation markers. And the third note for you is you need to start inside the quotation markers with capital letters. Now, some of you know that, some of you don't know that. You need to start with the capital letter. Now, when we are talking about this part, this will help you a lot with your writing. It's very important. It will help you plenty. You will achieve a very high score, either in IELTS or TOEFL, if you are taking this. If you are using report speech, make sure your punctuation markers are on point. So you have here comma after the reporting verb and the subject. After that, when you are opening the quotation markers, the sentence inside the quotation markers need to start with capital letters. Now, this is for number 3. Number 4 is, as you can see it, place the correct punctuation, period, which means dot, question mark, exclamation point, exclamation is like for surprising, this is, and etc. at the end of the sentence. So let's say you have a sentence where you are reporting it to someone. So Victor asked here is also reporting verb. So Victor asked, comma, then you have quotation markers here at the end. This note telling you that you need to put question mark. If the reporting question, you need to put the question mark inside the quotation mark, which is very important. You can't close the quotation mark and the question becomes after it. Doesn't make any sense and it's incorrect. So you need to put it inside the quotation marker that we have here. Then we have number 5, insert the second set of quotation after the punctuation. The same process with the question mark. Insert the second set of quotation marks after the punctuation. So when you are writing the sentence here, and you have here exclamation marker, which is this one, if you are not familiar with, I want to show you. This is it I'm highlighting for you. So when you finish the sentence, either it was a question or period or full stop or anything, you need to put it inside the quotation markers and it needs to be all inside as one sentence. After that, we're gonna surround it with 2 quotation markers. This is the first note that I liked to discuss with you. This is at the end of the sentence. This is the direct speech comes at the end of the sentence. Then we go down here at the beginning of the sentence. That one is in the end, this one in the beginning, and the last one is going to be between the subject and the verb. We will see together what will happen here. So here at the beginning, so let's see what are the changes that will happen when, the changes that might occur when we are starting to report at the start of the sentence, if there are any differences between them. So the first one is begin with the first set of quotation markers. This is the quotation markers that we have. Very cool, very nice. Capitalize the first letter of the sentence. That's something we know from the first part of the notes that we took. Take your bags and report to section 5. We are capitalizing the first letter and the quotation marker, these 2 things that we have, those called quotation markers. We are capitalizing the first one. So the third one is at the end of the sentence, place a comma, question mark or exclamation marker not a period. Never, period. So, which means, let's go here up and let's see here. This sentence ends with comma inside the quotation markers and it continues. So for 3 is, why do you always bother me? The trainer asked. There's no comma whatsoever. As you see here, it's finished with a question marker and it's perfect. There is no problem with it. We capitalize the first letter. And after that, the trainer asked. Insert, number 4, insert the second set of quotation mark after the comma. This one is different. Bit different because when we want to give one idea in the writing and there is adding to the idea, we add comma. So because this is a direct speech, it needs to be between 2 quotations, but there is continuation of the sentence, so we need to put comma before the quotation markers. So please don't take my purse, please don't take my purse, comma, then quotation markers. Then Laura pleaded. Pleaded is a reporting verb. However, as you see, it's end with full stop, with period. Why? Because at the end of the sentence, you don't need to write comma. Because if you want to start, Laura pleaded at the beginning, here you can write comma after the Laura and pleaded. But here, it comes at the end and the quotation speech comes at the beginning. Number 5, and the last one is insert the subject and reporting verb and end the sentence with a period. So this is what we have. It's very perfect sentence, quoted sentence. Those roses are fantastic. Exclamation marker and 2 quotations, the start at the end of it. Then you have Emily exclaimed. Now, Emily, as you can see its name, it needs to be capitalized, the first letter of it. Then exclamate, here we have the reporting verb. After those 2, there is a period. Finish. That's it. There is no comma. Remember, there is no comma here because the sentence comes at the end. However, if it comes in the beginning, we need to put comma. So this first one is the position of quoted speech at the end, and we saw what will happen. Then here in the beginning, here, this is we see in the books actually. Position of quotation marks, split, let's read this together. Split by the subject and the verb. Split by the subject and the verb. So let's check together. In this case, what are we going to have? Number 1. Begin with the first set of quotation markers. Begin with the first set of quotation markers. Here we go. We have here quotation markers. Then I think, then comma. This is quotation marker. Here, this is the quotation speech. It comes in the beginning, okay? But there is a continuation for it. So there is comma. Remember, if it comes first, it needs to be comma and inside the quotation markers that we have. After that, Bob commented. Bob commented. That's basically the subject and the reporting verb here. And comma, that's what we need to put because there is a continuation for it. Then after that, we are continuing our quoted speech. So I think when you write I think like this, people will understand, the reader will understand. This is part of the quotation that you're trying to continue. Do you understand me? So I think, comma, in 2 quotation markers, you need to close them because what you are writing next is not connected to it. So I think, comma, quotation marker, Bob commented, comma, then open quotation marker and start writing that this is the worst day of my life, period. If you are noticing too, the letter he is not capital. So this is also show us that it's a continuation, because the first letter we said before in the quotation markers need to start with a capital letter. However, here it's not. This is for note number 1. Number 2, capitalize the first letter of the sentence. Capitalize the first letter of the sentence. We just discussed. Like here, the situation here, it's all about the subject and the reporting verb. You see, the reporting verb, asked, and the subject, Karen, are in the middle of the quoted speech. So the quoted speech needs to be written the way it's written right now. So they start with quoted speech, as we learned when it starts at the beginning. It will start with a capital letter. Could you please explain? And because there is a continuation for it, we leave comma and we close the quotation. Then we will continue. Karen asked why, comma, and start again. But we will not start with a capital letter here. Remember, when you are writing a capital letter, which means this is the start of the sentence. Here, it's not the start of the sentence, because the sentence needs to be like this. Could you please explain why you are always so rude? This is a complete sentence, but it was interrupted. And as we said, it was splitted by the subject and the reporting verb. And that's why when we're starting here with another quotation, we don't start with a capital letter. So we continue it as the way it is. Why you are always so rude? Question mark inside the quotation markers, inside those two. And that is all. This is for number 2. Number 3. I hope you're writing your notes, because we're going to do so much exercises afterwards and we have to correct a lot of punctuations on the way. 3. At the end of the first part of the quotation, place a comma and the quotation markers. This is what we also just discussed. This is the first quotation, but there is a continuation for it. So you need to close it, because if you're not closing it, the reader will be confused. So if I write, could you please explain, comma, with no question marker, with no quotation markers, and I would say, could you please explain, Karen asked, and continue. That would be confusing for the reader. And remember, when we are writing an essay, when we are writing a paragraph, anything, either in like for ESL students, English as a second language students, or IELTS or TOEFL, the reader, the evaluator need to understand what are you writing. So don't confuse him, and be careful with your punctuation markers, because they mean something, trust me. So the sentence here, let's take the second one here. I really feel, comma here, I really feel. There is a continuation, yes, but you are interrupted by Victoria said, or this is the way you write, you would like to write. Victoria said, comma, then you start to open the quotation markers, but no capital letter, continue it, the end, and period. So what he's trying to tell you here, this comma is important. This comma, when the first quoted speech comes, you need to put comma because you will continue it. But you will continue it in another quotation markers, but it's split between with Victoria said. Victoria is the subject here, and said is the reporting verb. And it can differ if you are familiar with your reporting verbs. Number 5, including another set of quotation markers, and begin the second part of the quoted with the lower case. Lower case, which mean small letter English. So pick up your registration forms in room 122. This is the first quotation. Everything is cool. Then we have the subject and the reported verb. The counselor started, then you have comma here, as we learned. Then starting another quotation, but we're starting it with a small case letter. Small case, which means small letter. And go to the gym with your idea. Identification, that means. So this is what he's trying to point out for you. Jumping to number 6. Punctuate the end of the sentence. Punctuate the end of the sentence. Be careful with the period and every punctuation. It needs to be question mark, exclamation marker, period, comma. Be aware of that. However, in the end, it cannot be comma. So it needs to be question mark, exclamation marker, or period. The seventh says include the second set of quotation markers, which means if you are starting the first quotation markers here, as you can see it, then it was splitted by Fred said, the subject and the reporting verb. Be sure that you start the sentence, the continuation sentence of the quoted speech, with two quoted, with two quotation markers at the beginning and at the end of the sentence. Now, this is if you ask me. So we have here the quoted speech splitted or interrupted by the subject and the reporting verb. Here at the beginning, I need to put comma at the end of the quoted speech. Here at the end of it, this is when it comes to direct speech. As you see, direct speech is not very difficult. All you need to do is to be very careful with your punctuation markers. Before we talk about indirect or reported speech, I need to point something out for you guys, which is, please, I am doing a lot. I am correcting a lot of essays. I have so much students and they are sending me their essays, their homeworks. Hey sir, can you check this one for us? We have exams, we have this, we have that, and so on. And mostly what I see is lack of precision, which means, guys, you are not focusing on what time we are using capital letters and what time we are using a lowercase small letters. You are not focusing on question mark, exclamation mark, period, comma. Those, look, the quotations and apostrophes, comma, question mark, those punctuation markers are put in our language, in English language, for a reason, because the reader needs to understand. So I need from you to please, and I urge you to be careful with those, because when you write, even if your grammar is sometimes wrong, but you are writing the period at the right time and you're putting comma in the correct place, exclamation marker perfectly, I will understand that you know where and how to put your punctuation markers. Now, I can argue and debate about your grammar mistakes, which we can agree on. It can be better and better, and we can work on that. But in the same time, I don't want you to make mistakes because of punctuation markers. At the end of the sentence, you put me comma. That's it. That's outrageous, guys. Come on. So be careful. Comma. Each punctuation, it's important. It's there because there is a reason. It's there because the reader, when he continue reading, he needs to be comfortable when he reads. So when I read the sentence with just commas, I will not stop. You see, comma, if you write comma, that means a half a breath. So when I read, I do, and I continue fast, a half a breath. But if I see a period in your sentence, this is a deep breath. So I will continue the sentence, half a breath, comma, breath, that's period. There's understanding to the quotation to the punctuation markers. So please stick to that. Careful, don't make mistakes, and make your reader or your evaluator or your teacher or your instructor happy by using the correct punctuation markers, please. Now, jumping to indirect or reported speech, as we have here. Let's read a little something here for you. Direct speech is used in dialogues. Here, this one used with speaking and writing. So they have two things in common, which is the writing part. It's important for your writing, and in this case, speaking too. So here we are going to use multiple tenses. So as an intermediate student, or maybe you are here with us in upper intermediate or advanced, and you're aware of the wide range of the tenses that we are discussing, especially in our live stream. For me, I discussed plenty of tenses when it comes to future tense, past tense, present tense. I discussed them also, and past modals and modals too. So if you are aware of all the tenses, report to speech indirect will not be difficult for you. Let's continue the reading part. So here he said that it will need you with the speaking and writing. And we have a chart, a table where we're going to discuss all the tenses. First, let's read this one. Back it up. Usually, the tense change from direct to reported speech involves a backward move into the past. Back it up. This note, he gave it to you the start of our discussion, because he wants to make you keep that in your mind. So there is a backward move into the past, a backward, like a little back move into the past. So every tense you have in the direct speech and you want to turn it, transform it to indirect, you need to take a step back in the past and continue. He means the tense here. So we have two examples here for you. Simple past. If you saw simple past, you need to put it in the simple simple present here, and backwards you need to put it in the simple past. If a simple past, you need to put it in a past perfect. There is no vice versa. So if I have simple present, I turn it to simple past. Do not tell me simple past goes to present simple present. No. As you see, simple past takes one step backwards, so it takes the past perfect. This is what he's trying to show for us. Simple present, simple past, past perfect. How I know that? By practice, and we will see here the chart. This is very good chart. It's prepared for us here, and we will check it out together so that we can understand how the structure come and everything. So what we have here is the direct speech tense, simple present. Then we have the reported speech tense. Then we have an example, and also the example from the present to past. So we will go through all that together. If you would like to write notes, that would be amazing. If you don't like that, take a screenshot. If you don't like that, we can post this video after 1 or 2 hours, and you can very easily check it out again and see what you want. If you don't like that, then you don't want to learn. In this case, call me, I will kill you. I'm joking. Okay, so simple present here. Report to speech simple past. How? Let's read together the example. I love you. As you see, 2 quotation markers. There is a period. Very simple, very easy, very smooth. Then we're going to turn it into indirect speech. So she said that she loved me. She said that she loved me. This is the transformation between those two tenses. Present, jumping little one step back into the past. So I love you. She said that she loved me. And if you notice also, this sentence, the report speech sentence, after it turned from direct, it's a statement. It turns to statement, just like one sentence. She said that she loved me. There is no quotation markers. There is no period. There is no comma. There is nothing. Just as fast as that. This is for first one. Second one, present progressive, past progressive. Now, progressive, don't let it confuse you. Progressive is continuous. The same tense that we discussed on our few weeks classes that we took. So present progressive, present continuous to past continuous. I am going to the party. This is the direct. I'm going to the party. Then here we have, he said that he was going to the party. He said that he was going to the party. So what changes is only present to past. So the way you see it, maybe making it easy for you, the auxiliary verb changed here, am to was, and in this case you need to know your tenses so that you can transform from one to another smoothly. She says that she loved me. No, Mr. Mehmet. I would like to discuss Mr. Mehmet's sentence. Mr. Mehmet's sentence is correct. But this sentence, she said that she loved me. That's time in the past. This sentence, she says she loved me, it happens in the same time. So someone my near said, I love you. I turn, he says, or she says she loved me. In the same time, in the present time. There is no problem. We will discuss that after our sentences. This sentence is correct, but this sentence now in the present time. In the present time, if we want to report a speech said in the present time, we will use the same tense. So if it was simple present, it will be simple present. Why? Because you reported it at the same time it's been said. Yes, Mr. Mehmet. Yes. And we're going to give you also an example. Just stick with us here. And after we finish, we will check an example afterwards. You're welcome, sir. Of course. So, present progressive, past progressive. Look, you will notice some of them, and this is also not a rule, some of them have the same continuation, which means it's simple, simple, progressive, progressive, perfect, perfect, but for not all of them. I just want you to think about that. So here we have present perfect, one step to the past, backward, past perfect. How? I have already eaten. I have already eaten. And remember we talked before about already, which we said it's a marker, but for emphasize, check our video where we talked about present tense. Then here we have the reported speech. She said that she had already eaten. She said that she had already eaten. No changes in the sentence whatsoever. The only adding to it is she said that, and we will talk about that also after our chart finishes. And only here we have had and have the changes between the present and the past. Now this is three tenses. Now here the changes will occur. Little. Simple past and jump to the past. By the way, if you search in Google, there is a diagram where it shows the order of the tenses, the past, the present, and the future. So you will know when you go backwards, like we have here future, here present, here past. So when you go backwards, you will understand which tense you need to take. So there is a diagram. I didn't put it here. I didn't organize it yet, but there is a diagram which can help you actually with understanding how you go backwards in your tenses. So simple past, past perfect. How? Let's check the let's check the example what we have here. I arrived on time. I arrived on time. He said that he had arrived on time. He said that he had arrived on time. Remember, if you have a simple present, you change it to simple past. But if you have a simple past, you're going to transform it to past perfect. Again, if you ask me, sir, teacher, instructor, Ali, Why is it so difficult? Why there's so much tenses? Because the language is getting more wider and wider. So what you need to do after you understand this, you need to speak the language so that you can get more practice of what you are having. And in this case, you will understand why every tense is used the way it's used. So now for you, it's just like tenses changing. But understanding, it might be good for you when you speak the language. So here we have past progressive, past progressive, past perfect progressive, past progressive, past perfect progressive. Also going a little back in time. I was sleeping. I was sleeping. She said that she had been sleeping. Now this transformation may be a little tough for you, yes? No problem. With practice, with exercises, we will master it. Don't worry about it. I was sleeping. She said that she had been sleeping. Past goes always perfect. As you can see, you have here simple past and here you have past progressive. Both of them are perfect, except the progressive, which comes the same. There is no changes into it. Maybe this can help you out to also cut the road for you. Then here, after we are jumping, after we discuss simple present and past, jumping to the future tense, our beloved future tense. Simple future, conditional. What does mean conditional? Let's check the sentence together. You will have a test on Thursday. The professor said that we would have a test on Thursday. This is the conditional. This is what he means by conditional. Would have. The change of will to would. I don't believe that's very difficult for you to understand. Future progressive. As you see, progressive goes the same. There is no changes. The verb comes there and it's ing. Future progressive conditional. I will be traveling. I would be traveling. There is no changes. Slight little change where you are replacing will with would. That's it. That's pretty much all. So this is the future tenses that we have for you. Simple future, conditional, the same process. Will have, would have. Future progressive, the same process. Would be, will be. Jumping down. It will be long, but chill. Don't panic. Exercise will be easy. You will understand it. Imperative. Imperative, it's like an order. I am ordering you to do something. Infinitive, we know, to plus the verb. So the imperative here we have the direct. You know, imperative, it's a direct. You should know that because that's what we were doing. Eat your vegetables. Eat your vegetables. My mother told me to eat my vegetables. Like the imperative, after we are changing it to indirect, to report speech, we are reporting it in infinitive form. So from imperative, from an ordering action to very normal report speech sentence. But if you want to show it that's in imperative in report speech, my mother told me, and in 2 commas you said, like with an order or with anger or any adjective that you need, any adverb that you might use to express the imperative, the imperativity of the sentence, if you would like. But for a reported direct speech, direct reported, it's the way it is. So imperative to normal infinitive sentence. Keep that in your mind. It's not very difficult. Now, how I know imperative? Because I understand the sentence. And that's what I want from you guys. Understanding the sentence. Look, grammar will always be problem for all teachers, for all instructors, for all students. But remember, because the teachers can speak English and they can express themselves, they understand why we are using this type of a grammar. We know why, because we are speaking the language. So what I want from you to try to fight to speak the language, because after that you will have that notion. Okay, I know why this tense is used here. So this sentence, eat your language, is quite simple. And if someone looked at it and he is not aware of the language or anything, like, eat your vegetables. And it's someone asking me to eat my vegetables, that's all. But the sense of the sentence is imperative. Jumping to models, model of ability, can. You can eat whatever you want. The doctor said that I could eat whatever I want. Now we know from the lesson that we already took before is could. Here, this model, always after it comes infinitive. Infinitive here, which means the base form of the verb. So from can, indirect, to could, indirect. From can direct to, by the way, report to speech, it's indirect. So you can say indirect and you say report to speech. Don't get confused with the sentence and everything. We have could, model of possibility. Could goes the same, no changes. It's exactly the same. It could rain. Here we have. It could rain on the day of the big game. She said that it could rain on the day of the big game. The only differences here is we know this is direct because of the quotation markers, and we know this is a direct because she said that. Might, model of possibility to. Might to might. There is also no changes whatsoever. We might go skiing on the weekend. They said that they might go skiing on the weekend. Now, again, might and could, they are modals and they are followed by infinitive base form of the verb. May. Model of possibility changes to might. May, might. Now, sometimes we are using both in the same sentence, no problem. But if you see might would be the same in the indirect, in the report speech. But if you saw may, then you have to change it to might. Example, she may travel abroad in summer. He said that she might travel abroad in summer. Moving forward down here, should. Should here is also a model. And it's also followed by a base form of the verb, which is the present form of the verb, which is the verb infinitive. So should goes with should. The same process. You should eat more vegetables. I'm giving you an advice. You should eat because I'm seeing you are skinny or you are not healthy. My mother said that I should eat more vegetables. Must. Must and have to. Let's take them both together. Must and have to. They are both obligation. Also, it's like an order. I'm telling you to do something. I'm not asking you. I am telling you. It's an order. It's an obligation, compulsory. Had to is what we need to change instead of that. So you must complete the report by 5. Then we have here, my boss said that I had to complete the report by 5. She has to finish the report by 5. Have or has. We know that. Depends on the subject. She said that she had to finish the report by 5. No changes except have to, had to, must, had to. Okay? So, again, don't be scared of this part. Let me put it like this. Yes. If you like, you can take a screenshot of your phone or your iPad or your laptop, whatever you are using. You can take a screenshot. You can check that out later, or you can check our video later. We're going to discuss that again after it's posted. I will not discuss that again. So, as of now, we finished all the report to speech transformation and the tenses here and there, everything. Here we have notes that it might help you to understand report speech much more. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break for 10 minutes exactly, and I will be right back to you. We will discuss all the 6 notes we have. After, we will discuss exercises together. Okay? So 10 minutes, and we will go back with exercises for report speech and punctuation skills, and we're going to discuss the notes, 6 notes, very fast. So bring your coffee, bring your chocolate, whatever you are into, bring your water, and in 10 minutes I will be right back and we can continue our lesson of today. In the meantime, if you have any questions before we get to the exercises, make sure to write them in the live stream, because the live stream chat will be open for you in the break 10 minutes. Write any question, I will get back, I will discuss them, I will answer your questions, we get to the exercises. Okay, so 10 minutes, thank you so much, bring your coffee and tea and come right back. Welcome Mr. Yasin. Perfect Miss Layla. Break.
Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
A world with a joy and smile, a world where everyone will live by satisfaction and learn to survive in the outside world. Justenglish style. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what you don't see anywhere else. Learn, play, sing and dance. Do what do, Justenglish style.
Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, macerayla tanış. Hayat devam ettikçe bitmez bu yarış. Sen de bir dil öğren, bu dünyaya karış. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Knife.
Knife. Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic.
Pronunciation.
Enthusiastic.
And enthusiasm. Enthusiastic.
Reci bilmiyorum.
Recipe.
Recipe. Recipe.
Bir daha.
Recipe.
Clark.
Clark.
Pronunciation.
Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Olduğun yerden hemen kalkman gerek. Adım at ki gerçekleşsin her dilek. Bekliyor seni parlak bir gelecek. Sen ona gittikçe o sana gelecek. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel. Justenglish'le şimdi sen de dile gel.
Hey, welcome back to Just English. This is Ali, and we are continuing our lesson to talk about reported speech. Welcome aboard. How is everyone? Did you bring your coffee, your tea, everything? I just fill a little my water. Water is amazing. Water is very healthy for you. Try to drink as much as possible. Yep, do that. However, you need to be careful also with your eating and stuff. What I'm a nutrition expert. What I'm doing? Okay, welcome again, and we will continue the notes. Then we're going to jump up to our exercises so that we can know if you understand what we talked about today. Now, note number 1. This is the little changes that might occur, and there is always exceptions in the grammar, and this is where we are going to discover them together. Note number 1. A simple present verb can be reported in the simple present instead of the past when the action has just occurred or the statement is a well-known fact. Now, this is exactly what Mr. Mehmet mentioned earlier. He said, she says, why not? It was she said, why it's not she says. Now, this is the explanation that Mr. Mehmet was wondering about, and I also discussed with him if he was here with us. Okay, Roth said that she loves me. Roth said that she loves me. Perfect past, amazing. Roth always tells me that she loves me. Both of them are reported to speech, but the action is occurred and the time of it is different. That's why it's the way it is. Mr. Mahmoud earlier wondered about this one, and we discussed it with him, and this is for the second time, so I hope now you got it. Number 2. Sometimes when you're making a prediction, the reporting verbs is in the simple future and the other clause is in the simple present. For example, my mother will say that she is too sick to go. My mother will say that she is too sick to go. This is an exception. Why? It's in a prediction and the reporting verb in the future in another clause is a simple present. And this is sometimes it occurred, but it will not be very difficult to change it. You will understand how it changed. My mother will say that she is too sick to go. 3, we have here the relative pronoun that. That which confuses everyone. Oh my God. We will talk about it here. It's very easy. Listen. Go with me with this one. The relative pronoun, that's the name of that, the relative pronoun used after the reporting verb is optional. It is optional. So putting it, taking it out would not make any differences whatsoever. But commonly used, there is no differences in meaning. Margot, or Marjo, I don't know, said that she would call me after the breakfast tomorrow. Margot said that she would call me after the breakfast tomorrow. That does not change the meaning of the sentence whatsoever. So adding it, it's more common. But erasing it does not make any difference. So no problem. Going to note number 4. Said. Said. We have two verbs, two report verbs that we are using, which is said and told. What is the differences? If you said, don't use the direct object, me. Do not use it. So don't say Jim said me that he was coming. Jim said that he was coming. Remember, said comes without me or him or so on. Told, however, on the other hand, you need to mention me. Told whom? Me, him, her. The teacher told her, and so on. So the teacher told me to come early. The teacher told to come early. Wrong. This is what you need to discuss and focus on. Said, which is say, told, tell. They are different. This one doesn't come with a direct object, without a direct object, and told comes with a direct object. This is the only differences. So don't get yourself confused. This is only 2 you have. Said, put after that, that. So said that. And told, use the objective, the direct object with it, which is me, he, she. And not she, sorry. Told him, her, them, and so on. So this is the 2 differences that you really need to focus on. Be careful, okay? So don't say, I told that. I said me. No, they are incorrect. Careful with this one. Then jumping here to note number 6. In reporting imperatives, commands, I am telling you what to do. No problem, Miss Arzu. This class is about reported speech, direct and indirect speech. Welcome aboard, no problem. We can discuss it. You can check it out after it's posted on our YouTube channel. Don't worry about that. Now, we're talking here about imperative. That's before we can use should. Sometimes for imperative. However, it's advice, but you know, like eat your vegetables. It's imperative. It's a command. I'm asking you. No, I'm telling you. Yes. Remember to use the correct negative infinitive form. So here, Rosita or Rasta told me not to eat cake before dinner. So you can say don't eat cake before dinner. And here, you're welcome, miss. You're welcome. And here is the negative. So we discussed that where we are having an imperatives, we need to use the infinitive form of the verb. So here, because it's negative, I'm not letting you eating something. I'm telling you don't. So basically, you just use not before the infinitive. And we all know the infinitive is to plus eat, which is verb. Coming to exercises. Beautiful, gorgeous, outstanding people. Now, let me, roll my sleeves. Let me roll my sleeves. Here, beautiful, gorgeous people, I want your help. How? Punctuate the following sentences. Use direct speech. Use capital letters where necessary. So, because of the time is killing us, we will do only 5 from this part. We will do first 5, just this, so that we can go to another exercise because of the time. Now we have those 5. I need your help. Where I put comma, if I need to put a period or question mark or quotation markers, this is a direct speech and I need your help. So I have my sticky notes here, as you can see it. This is my sticky notes. I will rewrite the first sentence and I need your help. So, can you help me? Beautiful, gorgeous, outstanding, magnificent people. Could you help me? Number 1, John said, I'm very happy to meet you. So, could you help me where I put the comma and everything? John said, I am very happy to meet you. Where I should put the comma, where I should put the exclamation marker or the quotation markers. So can you help me with this one, please? Said. So there is comma, said, okay. Here is capital, sorry, I wrote it wrong, okay. Nice, thank you, Miss Azma. So we are here having a comma. Nice. Yes. Very good. So John said, I am very happy to meet you. We have here, okay, yep. I have problem with the, excuse me a little minute. Where is it? Number 3, okay. So, this is it. I have problem with my keyboard because my keyboard, ladies and gentlemen, is always Turkish. The laptop is Turkish, so it's a bit problem. Okay, and you have am and you. Okay, very nice. I am very happy to meet you. We have, yes, period. And we go back again and we close it with quotation markers. Very nice. Mr. Kader, also here we have John said, comma, quotation marker, I am very happy to meet you, full stop or period, then quotation mark. Perfect. Now, number 2. Perfect, guys. Now, jumping number 2. Number 2. Let me open it a little here. The doctor said you should cut down on your salt intake. You should cut down on your salt intake. Sentence number 2, help me out. Here we are using punctuation. It's necessary, it's important, and I need to let you know how much important it is. So, number 2, I will write it and you help me out. The doctor said you should cut down on your salt intake, which means the consumption of your salt. How much you take in salt? That's bad. The doctor said, Mr. Mohammed, can you? I am sorry, but okay, let me try something. Okay, I hope this is clear now. This is the sentence. This is the sentence, Miss Arzu. Yes. Zoom. Yes. Don't worry about my writing. This is sticky notes. Don't worry about it. This is for me. I need you here to tell me what I should do. Perfect. Zoom, zoom. Okay, so the doctor said you should cut down on your salt intake. So, the doctor told me you should cut down on your... Okay, perfect, but where we put the quotation markers, the comma? Mr. Rabbit said the doctor said we have here quotation markers. Yes, correct, but we need to put comma before you. So here, comma. Then we have here, hello, Mr. Yalem, welcome. The doctor said, very nice, Mr. Kader. The doctor said you should cut down on your salt intake. Perfect. Welcome, Mr. Mahsun. Here, yes. Yes. So the doctor said, comma, then quotation marker, then we capitalize the first letter of the subject, which is you should cut down on your salt intake, period, perfect, and quotation markers. Yes, Miss Yalem, yes you did, but you can try to participate. Maybe you know this topic. We're talking about reported speech. This part is a direct speech, and we are correcting the punctuation mistakes. So if you are into that, please help us out. Now we have number 3. Number 3 here. Natasha explains, I'm here to learn not to fool around. I'm here to learn not to fool around. All I need from you is to correct the punctuation mistakes, the errors. So help me out. Let me write the sentence back. Natasha, I believe it's a Russian name. Natasha explained, I am here to learn not to fool around. Yes. So where I write the full stop, where I write the quotation markers, where I write the comma, you tell me and I will do it. Yep. This is the sentence. It's incorrect because the punctuations are nowhere to be found and need to put them back on. Mr. Umut Tabak, you are correct and nice, but we are talking about punctuation. I mean the comma, the quotation markers, the period, the question mark, and so on. I hope you can. Natasha explained. So we have here the reporting verb explained. There is a comma. Then we have, thank you, Mr. Kader. We are capitalizing the subject I. and we are putting a quotation markers here. So I'm here to learn not to fool around. Yes. Period. Then perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Kader. Mr. Kader, that was amazing. Now, Mr. Umut, I would like you to check Mr. Kader comment. It's the same as you. There is no problem. Just the quotation markers. The comma after the reporting verb. Then we have the quotation markers between the sentence. Okay, so keep that in mind. We have number 4. Number 4 is the following. Pack your bags and get out of here, screamed the landlord. The landlord. Pack your bags and get out of here. Yes, absolutely welcome, Mr. Umut. Absolutely welcome. Try this one, Mr. Umut. Try this one. This one is little difficult, I believe, because this one is splitted by the reporting verb and the subject, I believe. No. Here we have the quotation, we have the quoted speech in the beginning. Yes, sorry. The quoted speech in the beginning. Yes, so how would we do that? Landlord, which means the owner of a building. For example, I am living in an apartment and the landlord is the man who I'm giving the money to. Yes. And the owner of a building or a ground or so on. Yes, Mr. Arzu. So who can help us out with this one? And the quotation markers where need to be put? Number 4. Pack your bags and get out of here, screamed the landlord. Mr. Kader, thank you. You're welcome, Miss Arzu. Pack your bag. So, thank you, Mr. Kader. That's beautiful. Pack your bag. Okay, so we have here. Mr. Kader, maybe not full stop. Maybe exclamation marker. What do you think? Can it be? Pack your bags and get out of here. Maybe it's exclamation marker. What do you think? Is it correct or not? And I believe you have a mistake. Miss Arzu said, pack your bags and get out of here. That's also nice. Is it correct? Yes, the sentence is correct. Absolutely correct. But are we putting comma here or period? Or, as I said, exclamation marker? So if you put comma, which means there is a continuation of the quoted speech, which there is not. So incorrect. If I put period, there is no problem. Pack your bags and get out of here. Scream the landlord, also no problem. Exclamation marker. Yes. Mr. Kader, if we put comma, there would be a continuation of the quotation of the quoted speech. In this part we don't have. Yes. 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 Exactly, Miss Zainab. Exactly. Yes, that's why exclamation marker is the right one here. Here, screamed is the reported verb. This one is the reported verb. The landlord is the subject, as we can see. So, yes, thank you. Now, jumping number 5 and the last one, so that we can go to another exercise before time run out. I believe I can fly, I believe I can touch the sky. I'm sorry, I just love this song. I believe Toshiko, I have no idea what is that, said, it's a name, okay, that you are holding my bag. Yes, yes, Miss Arzu, yes. So here we have I believe Toshiko said that you are holding my bag. Can I have the punctuations for this sentence, please? Can I have the punctuation for this sentence? So that we can write it down here for you, gorgeous, beautiful, outstanding people. Yes. I believe Toshiko said that you are holding my bags or my bag. So what is the punctuation, the correct punctuation that we need to use with this sentence? Remember, those are all direct. So if you would like to take a homework, you can take them out and you turn them to a reported speech or indirect. Just say Laura said that or something and so on. Please guys, if you are interested in reported speech or your friends are interested, make sure to share this video. Give it like, thumbs up, because as much as you give a lesson like, the lesson will be up so that the students can see and benefit from it. And that's what are we trying to do here, to make students understand and benefit from this. I believe Toshika said that you are holding my bag. Okay, said there is comma. That's correct, no problem. Remember, here, as you can read, I believe Toshika said that you are holding my bag. There is two quotation markers, and two quoted speeches, and it's splitted by Toshiko and said, by the reported verb and the subject. Said comma is correct, no problem, but there is a quotation markers. Where are we going to put them? That's something we should focus on while we are doing our exercises. I'm waiting you. I know this is little take time because you are writing in keyboard, you're trying to put the quotation markers in the right place, the commas, the period, and so on. So I'm giving you time for that. Miss Asma is correct. There is comma after said. That's absolutely and utterly correct, but there is a lot into that. Let's see if our students can figure out which one. Yes. Yep. Let's see. I'm waiting for you. I will give you 5 seconds. Okay. Mr. Kader, why? Come on. Give it a shot. You can try, sir. You can try. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. You see, I believe Toshika said that you are holding my bag. So, okay, Miss Zainab is correct. So, we have yes. I am sorry, Miss Esma is also incorrect. I'm afraid there is the comma is not here. The comma needs to be after that. So the quotation marker here, Miss Zainab is correct. Here we have a here, but Miss Zainab, be sure to capitalize. Oh, yeah. Miss Zainab is correct. Nice. Yes. So you are holding my bag. There is period and there is quotation markers, but Miss Arzu. No. Okay, let's do it together. Let me use something here for you. Let me use let me see here. I need a folder. Come on. Give me a minute, guys. I want to show you something. Yes. I will put it down here so that you can know it, because I am seeing that you are having a mistakes with that. Look here. Look with me here. So, I believe Toshika said that. Notice here. This is correct. This is absolutely correct. Do you see this quotation is correct? Now what I want you to do is the following. Do you see the subject here and the verb? We will delete it. Notice. I believe you are holding my bag. This is one sentence. I believe you are holding my bag. One sentence. Get back to it. Toshika said that. So this is also quotation. Here. But now we need to put comma and close it with a quotation. I hope you understand what I mean. So this one is the first quoted speech. I believe. Then comma. Why? Because there is a continuation for it. Another sentence. So as you see, I believe, comma. Then you have here the quotation marker. Then continue. Toshika, its name. So it needs to be capital. Then said that. Then comma. What it said. Continue. You are holding my bag. Period. Perfect. Now, this letter should not be capital. Why? Because the sentence, the quotation, the quoted speech starts with I believe. And I believe starts with the capital letter. So this one needs to be lowercase letter. Small letter. So this is the correct form of the punctuation. I hope you get this one. So, I believe, comma, quotation. Toshika said that you are holding my bag. Let me change it with a different voice. For example, I believe Toshika said that you are holding my bag. So, this one, let me put it in light. This one and this one, they are together. Yes, here, comma is necessary, essential. Why? Because I believe it's a continuation for the other part of the quoted speech. So we need to put comma so that we can show there is a continuation of the sentence where we are using quotation markers here again. You and bag. Remember, don't capitalize the letter here because it's a continuation for this one. And the start of every sentence there is a capital letter. And it's I. Yes. That's it. Getting back to our exercises. This is the only thing that you need to get. Yes, no problem. No problem. Such stuff happens. Now, here, let's see. Here we have to find the error. So circle one or more mistakes in each sentence and write the correct sentence below. So there is a problem with this sentence. We need to correct it. Where and what is the problem here? Can you look at it and tell me? There is a mistake here. Can we see what is it? Yes, Mr. Arzu. Not point, period. This is, we call it period. This period. So here the problem, which period? This period or this period? Yes. No, Miss Asma. This is direct. So future is correct, because if we want to use would, that would be reported speech. Because in the future simple, when we turn the direct to indirect to report speech, we turn will to would. Okay, so yes, thank you, Miss Arzu. Here we have comma, because it's a continuation. This is the sentence, then here we have a continuation of the sentence here. Guys, I discussed all that. Let me show you. Not here, not here, here. Here, we discussed all that here so that you can understand. Look, example here. Can you see this part? This? Can you look? I have always loved you, comma, then continuation. You can check this video after it's posted. We discussed all that in the first hour. So Miss Arzu is correct. There is comma. It needs to be there, but it's not. Let's take another one. Let's check. Maybe we check something else, because I want to go down. I will come on time. No, Mr. Kader. Unfortunately, no. No. This sentence, let me zoom it. This sentence, the mistake here is this. This period must not be here. This period must turn to comma. This period must turn to comma. Okay? This is the only mistake. This period turn to comma. Yes. Number 1, finished. Number 2, do you love me? Russell asked. Sorry. Do you love me? Russell asked. What is the mistake here? What is the problem here? So that we can go to turn direct to indirect after this one, because the time is bad. Question mark. Perfect. Do you love me? Question mark. Russell asked. Thank you, Miss Arzu. Now let's go back. Let's go forward. Sorry, to indirect. I want to take this one because time is running. Let's do this one, guys. If you would like that. Correct. Question mark. Correct. Yes. Only the question mark is the problem. Now, punctuation markers need to practice. Okay. If you would like, after this video finish, make sure to check this video out, because it will be posted in our Justenglish YouTube channel. Make sure thumbs up if you like that and share it. But now we will have this part where, and this is very important actually, direct to report to speech. So here, all the sentences here are direct sentences, as you can see, and we need to turn them to reported speech, to indirect. So please help me out so that we can do this together. We must leave at 6. Can you put it in a reported speech for me? Remember, must, it's an obligation, it's an obligatory. So can you put it? So we have Lisa said that. Remember, in a reported speech, it will be a statement. There is no punctuation markers. There is nothing, just period, maybe question mark or exclamation marker. But It's a statement. It needs to be a statement. So we must leave at 6. Who remembers? Yes. Yes, Mr. Ogson. Yes. Lisa said that we had to leave at 6. Is that correct, guys? Do you agree or disagree? Do you agree or disagree? They or we? They, I am sorry. Correct. Why? Is it they or we? It's they. Correct, Miss Jada. Why you deleted it? It's correct. And thank you. Lisa said that they had to leave at 6. Yes, we, they. It's correct, Miss Jada. Had to. No. Have to in the direct. Have to also an obligation. And have to need to turn to had to. Yes. Number 2. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Number 2. My birthday will be a special day. So we will continue. Lisa said that. Continue it for me. My birthday will be a special day. What are we going to write here? We have will be. If we have a future, we turn the future to what? Remember, if we have a future simple or a future, we turn it to the conditional. So what are we going to say here? We're going to use the same thing. Lisa said that. Lisa said that. Would be. Thank you. So Lisa said that her birthday would be a special day. Yes, it's a statement. A statement ends with a period. Thank you, Miss Jada. Perfect. Now, 3. I may go to the movies after class. Miss Jada, why are you deleting your comments? I'm very confused. Yes, Miss Hilal, thank you, would be correct. Now, number 3. Number 3. I may go to the movies after class. I'm sorry, here, not her. Yeah, her, correct. I just got confused. Mike, thank you, Miss Arzu. Yes, so Lisa said that yes. Lisa said that she might go to the movies after class. Ain't that just superb? Yes. Very good, Mr. Kadir. Correct. Yes. Mr. Ustan, correct. Welcome, Anase. Welcome. Miss Layla, she might, correct. Jumping to number 4. Letitia. Letitia has to come to the party. Lisa said that. Yes. What are we going to write this one? Letitia. That's a very good name, by the way. It's beautiful. Am I right? Letitia. It's like Latifa. Yes. So Letitia has to come to the party. We have has to. Yes, Miss Jada. Perfect. So Lisa said that. We can write her name again. Letitia. I write it wrong. I'm sorry, Letitia. Lisa said that Letitia had to come to the party. Period. A statement. Very good, Mr. Kader. Very nice, Miss Hilal. Perfect, Mr. Uzhan. Nice, Miss Layla. Perfect. Lisa said that Letitia had to come to the party. Perfect. 5. I might not come with you to the restaurant. So Lisa said that. What are we going to write next? Number 5. Yes, I might not come with you to the restaurant. So Lisa said, might. We turn might to what? What do you think? Yes, there is no changes whatsoever. It will be the same. Thank you, Mr. Ozhan. Ogizhan. Ozhan. Yes, yeah, thank you guys. No. Miss Arzu. Direct may, indirect might. Might, direct, indirect, the same. So, Lisa said, I wrote said wrong. That's because I'm writing fast. That she might not come with you to the restaurant. Yes. Period. Remember, those are statements. Reported speech are statements, so they all end with period. Very good, Mr. Kader. Lisa said that she might not come with you to the restaurant. Thank you, Mr. Kader. Correct. She might. I didn't say mistake again. No problem. It happens. You just need to be careful. Everything cool. Don't worry. 5. It will probably rain on Thursday. It will probably rain on Thursday. So Lisa said, Lisa saying so much things right now. Lisa said, what do you think? Yes, Lisa said that it would probably rain on Thursday. Now remember, guys, Lisa said that it would probably rain on Thursday. Yes, correct, perfect. Now remember, Thursday need to be capital because days and months need to be in capital letter. Appreciate it, thank you. Next, 7. Paul won't remember to call me. Lisa said that Paul won't remember to call me. Won't remember to call me. Thank you. Wouldn't remember to call me. Period. The statement. Correct. Thank you, Miss Erzu. That was beautiful. Thank you, Miss Hilal. Yes, Lisa said that Paul wouldn't remember to call me. To call her, sorry. Yes. Lisa said that Paul wouldn't remember to call her. Yes. Remember what you are using. Could. 8. Could. Julia can give her presentation after Hannah. Very nice, Miss Layla. Very nice, Miss Arzu. Yes, it's correct. So Lisa said that Julie could give her, and continuation of the sentence. Yes. 9. Juan will never do it on time. Could give. Very nice. Very smooth. Correct. Absolutely correct. I'm very stunned. Lisa said that she could give her presentation after Hannah. What? Yes. Correct, Mr. Kader. Yes. Correct. I didn't continue. I said etc. 9 would again. Yes. Yes, 9 is would again. Okay, jumping to 10, the last one. The last one, beautiful, gorgeous people. You should buy a new pair of shoes for the dance. Would never. Absolutely correct. Miss Hilal, that's correct. Now 10. Liza said that. What she said. Ten should, yes. Liza said, can you give me full sentence, please? Can you write me full sentence before we all go home? Yes, we are in home though, but you should buy a new pairs of shoes. Yes. Guys, please make sure to follow our Instagram page, make sure to follow our YouTube page, and be sure to please practice your English more and more. So that's fast. I'm trying to wrap it up because time is killing us here. It's 50. I really hope that you understood our lesson of today. We talked about direct and reported speech. We talked about punctuation markers. We talked about where you are using them and where the quoted speech comes, beginning, end, separated by the subject and verb. And also here we talked about the tenses that are used, and always back it up. Every tense you have in the direct, you need to take a step back to the tense that's before it, and be careful. Please be careful. If you have any questions whatsoever, please make sure to write them under this video, or if you like to communicate with us with Instagram or our YouTube channel, and we will answer you. For me, if you comment on my videos, I will personally answer you. If you have any query or any questions, I'm always here. Please practice. Understanding English is way better than memorizing English. Understanding is the key to your English, please. And make sure to practice each and every day, because English is important nowadays. It will help you a lot. And it's going to help you, actually. Thank you, Miss Arzu. You are welcome, Mr. Kader. Your sentences were perfect. Your punctuation were amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you here. Please stick with us today. We have also a lesson from 2 to 4. And on 4, I will be back to you with IELTS writing strategy. So stay safe, be safe. And if you are into IELTS, I will be here at 4 discussing writing strategy. Thank you so much and have a spectacular afternoon. See ya.